Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to this Sunday edition of Edumacation. Good morning. Good morning, Huxley. Lino, there he is. Lino and JDM, you baby. Thank you, my Lino. Good morning, Lino. Lino Rocha. Thank you, my brother. Hello, Luis. Louis Dram. Good morning to you. Yes. Good morning, everybody. You should do that anyway, Louis. Lino Rocha, yes, it is. All by himself. Lino to the moon. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Tito, what's up, baby? What's up, my Tito? Thank you for the love you, yes. Good morning, everybody. Tyler, thank you, Tyler, with the gold and silver gloves, yes. Good morning. Hope you all are doing well. We got a TAP. JDM's got to get that tapper going. Let's go. There you go, BK. We're here, baby. We are here. Yes. The only place you're going to get free education right here. And then if you want paid education and really take it to the next level, that's another story. K. Braden, yes, it is. It's going. That a boy, JDM. That a boy. You're my boy, Blue. Woo! We fired up. So this morning we are going to go over what we see going into tomorrow morning, okay? Yes, it is Mr. Dave. Yes, over there on the tubes. If I pray. Let's go. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Hello, Pee-wee. How are you, my Pee-wee? I know you are, but what am I? Yes. I beat you to it. Good morning. Let's go. TAP over there, Mr. Dave. Over here on the tick of the talk. We already hit our first goal here. Lino came in like a bat out of hell and nailed all those panther paws. Lino, yes. Bum. Hello, Kevin Curtis. Yes, it is. Kevin Curtis. JDM, thank you, my brother. Sanchez family, thank you so much for the follow. Mr. Dave, there he comes. Here he comes. All right, let's get to work, everybody. Are we ready? Are we ready to get to work? This is our daily here on Miss Market coming into tomorrow. You see that 8 and 20, nice and tight. Still, even though we have this gap up, all roads lead back to the 20, but we're still tight here, all right? So we can still get more room to the upside here on Miss Market. We got that indecision candle coming in on the daily, but we're going to see what kind of position we are tomorrow morning before that bell opens. Doesn't matter what happens pre-market. It's all about the position that we are in coming into the bell. So we know this is our whip zone level right here on SPY tomorrow. We're in that narrow state, all right? Our 20's pointing down. We got our 200 pointing straight up. 678.50 is going to be the golden goose here to the upside. And then we just have to watch all of our hold numbers going up, 679, 680, 671. We don't care what's going to happen here. We don't care if we go up or if we go down. We're in the narrow state, so it's irrelevant which way we go. Miss Market tells us which way we go, and then we go with what she says. We're not trying to predict before the open. All right, above 68.50, we're going to the moon. I'm convinced, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. So then what happens is when we get under 670, 678 to the downside, you're like, uh-oh, what do I do now? But you still convince yourself that we're going to the moon. So you're taking bad trades to the upside. Miss Market tells you we're going down. Your play is to the downside. Miss Market tells you you're going up with an event. You're going to the upside. Okay? You're not Nostradamus. You're not trying to figure out what's going to happen. She's going to tell you what happens. And then you do what she tells you, everybody. That is the difference between winners and losers when it comes to the market. Now, let me ask all you beautiful traders in here. We know our state, okay? So we know our state. We do not know our position yet. 9:30, we will know our position. So that is still a question mark, okay? But we know the state. We know we're narrow. That's very, very important. What else do we need to know? Besides state position, what else do we need to know? We need to know the market cycle, but what else is very important? You need to know if she tells you you're going up, how far are you going up? If you're going down, how far are you going down? So what is it we're missing to this equation, everybody? Dynamite, there he is, the might of Don, he is. Pivots, correct. We need higher time frame support and a resistance, and you're going to get those on your higher time frames, traders, all right? Right here at 672.61, we have major support on the 5-minute, and you have your pivots here at the 5-minute, all right? So that's one pivot that you need to know where it is. As we go up the 15-minute, there's another one at 668.81. You got to mark those pivots. As we go on the daily, okay, we have a double bottom right here at 674. You got to mark that one. We have nothing to the upside because we were at all time. But one thing you do know about all time is 70% of all new highs will fail. Okay? So you're not chasing it to the moon. You're waiting for your setup. So when we come back to our execution time frame, and our execution time frame is the one. What is the one, everybody? We went over this yesterday. When I refer to as the one, what execution time frame is that? Right, Pee-wee. Yes, the 5-minute chart is your execution time frame here. So we know under 676.78, we have room down to 674 because we mapped that out from the higher time frame, right? That's major support. And we have another major support level right here at 673. So that's what you have to know. To the upside, we know whole numbers are psychological support and resistance. So your 680, 81, 82, 83, 84 as you go up are your major support levels, resistance levels to the upside. So that's how we're set up tomorrow on Miss Market. We're in a narrow state. We know anything up, if she wants to go up, we got to watch the whole numbers. We know under 670, 678, we got room down to 674. That is our first support level. And that's what you need to know going into the open. Don't draw your trend lines, folks. Stop doing this, okay? Stop. You're not playing tic-tac-toe. We're not in a tic-tac-toe tournament, all right? Get your RSI, MACD, and all the other nonsense off your charts. This is it. I promise you, okay? What else do we want to look at? We're going to head over to Tesla now for tomorrow. Tesla coming into tomorrow. What state are we in? What state are we in on Tesla coming into tomorrow? Does anybody know? Good morning, everybody. JDM, yes. I found the brick. Thank you, my friend. Yes, Jorge, good job. Hello, Samuel. Good to see you. Good to see you. Going down is not a state, no. What state are we in currently right now, beautifuls? What state are we in? Does anybody know the state? Low carb, thank you. Neutral, yes, the VIPers come in and have to tell you. You guys don't know what state your stock is in. That's why you're losing every day. That's why you're losing. Every month you're red. Because you don't know the fundamentals of a trader, okay? We are in a neutral state. So anything to the downside, we put our whip zone level in. Anything to the downside in this bearish neutral state is what? What do we have to worry about? If we open here in position 1, we're okay. Position 2, you're okay. But if you open down here in position 3, you have to be skeptical, right? Because you're already in the neutral state. So I know our 220 are going to come back together again. That I know, without a shadow of a doubt. I'm not going to chase anything to the downside. What else do we need to know? We need to know our major support and resistance levels. Well, we know to the upside here above 437.16, we have a 15-minute 200 right out of the gate. Boom, we got to mark that out. Boom, you don't want to trade right into that, correct, traders? As we come up the board here, we have a double bottom right here on Tesla. See it? You also have a pivot right here at 417. You got a double top right there. And boom, we have our last high right there. So when we come in to Tesla, we know above 437.89, above the 200, you have room up to 450.57. Under 430, under the whole number, you know you have room down to 417 on Tesla. This is where you're trading in, right here, right into this zone is where you need to know. But if you're just guessing as an amateur trader, all an amateur's doing is seeing green go to the upside, let's say, because they don't know how to short. They see green, we're going to the moon, we're going. But as they come up into the 451 area, they have no idea they're about to run into major resistance right there. 451, 452, then you get that major rejection and you're sitting there going, oh my God, what just happened? How many of you have those hands on your forehead a lot? What just happened? Oh my God. What just happened? You don't know what happened. You got to know your major support and resistance levels. Before you take a trade, everybody, how many of you can honestly say you know your major support and resistance levels? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Let's take a poll here. How many of you can honestly say you know your support and resistance levels? Don't forget, we got roses on the board. Also, congratulations and welcome to all the new VIP traders that came in yesterday. Welcome. We had one VIP trader comment yesterday, or I think the day before, and said they learned more in 24 hours of being in the VIP than they have the last 8 years of their trading journey. I love it. Hello. Do you guys know where your major support and resistance levels are? No. A lot of no's in here. A lot of no's in here. Why not? Why don't you know them? Why? When the bell goes off, what is it you know? Are you guessing? How many of you are guessing traders? You're just hoping for the best. How many of you are just guessing? Put me in the chat. Good to see you, Rick. How many of you are guessing? Thank you for the follows, everybody. I appreciate you. Mr. P, thank you. JDM, thank you. Yes, roses are, see, I'm guessing. Me, why? Why are you guessing? Why are you trading if you're guessing? How can you possibly trade the market if you're guessing? Why? Are you looking for a miracle? That's not going to happen as a trader. That's not going to happen as a trader, okay? That was Tesla. Let's take a look at Nvidia. Now, around 9:15, I'm going to look at Nvidia. I'm going to pop it up. Boom. And here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to see I'm in a neutral state. I know that without a shadow of a doubt. I'm going to know where my whip zone level is here. Now I just need to know my position. If I open on Nvidia right here at 192, am I going long? Am I going long at 192, traders? Yes or no? Hoping for the best, guessing, see? Hoping for the best, guessing, yada, yada, yada. You can't do that, traders. You can't do that. Mr. P wants to know how good the VIP is. Can you VIPers tell him, please? Just reply back to him. You're not going long up here. We went over this yesterday. You can't out of this position. We know all roads lead back to the 20. You're way up here. You're already in a neutral state. Where are you going to the upside? Where? Where are you going to go? You aren't going to go anywhere but down first. You need to know your retracement level. We said what? 192 to the upside right here? Where is the key retracement level here? If we open at 192 right here, come on, traders, you got to know this. Where is your key level? What number is your key level at? What price? Alex, it doesn't matter what you're trading. The instrument that you trade, Alex, is irrelevant. We do not give signals, okay? Amateur traders that lose look for signals every day because they don't want to learn how to actually trade. Alex, we are going to teach you how to actually trade so you know signals. You know where they are. Don't rely on somebody else to tell you where signals are, okay? You got to learn how to trade. You got to learn how to do it. 190 is your major right there at that 50% zone. 190. Now let's go back and let's review from yesterday. If we stay above 190 with an event, can we go long to the upside? Yes or no? Can we go long at 190 with an event? Lino says yes. Who else? Thank you, Marcus. User says no. Pop-Up says yes. Yanil says no. All the VIPers said yes. Of course you're going to go long there at the 50%. Of course. That's the key retracement level. Of course you're going to go long there. Okay? If we get under 190, now let me play this out for you. Okay? If we get under 190 with a retest, and then we get an event, can we go short under 190, yes or no? Can we go short under 190 with a retest? Yes, yes. Everyone says yes, yes. Some say no. Yes, yes, yes. Why? What's that called? If we get under 190 with a retest, what is this setup called? What do you call that setup? You learn all that all in the VIP. What is that setup? Anybody know? Most traders that don't do very well won't have a clue. Reject, support, nope. It's called your break a structure play. And you're going to learn all about the break a structure in the VIP. Okay? It's a very good setup. Very good setup. Right here, traders, look. We open here. Let me do it in green. Let me do this. Here's our move to the upside at the open. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Here's our move to the downside. Are we ready? 1, 2. Here's our move back to the upside. 1, 2, 3. Here's our move to the downside. What is this play called? What is that play called, traders? Coming back down. Come on, JDM knows this play, baby. Rebound? No, folks, no. It's not called. No such thing as a rebound. There it is, Todd. Yes. The cycle out reversal. And you're going to learn all about that in the VIP. Okay? Are we ready? We got some more for you. Okay? We open right here. This is your move to the upside. Here we go. Whoop, wrong color. You guys are making me play colors now. You like when I use the colors? Is it better? What is this bar called right here? What is that big green bar called? But you have to know the state and position of your stock to know what that bar is called. If you don't know the state of your stock or your position right now, you're going to think that bar means you're going to the moon. You're not going to the moon. You're not going to the moon. Hey, that's your exhaustion bar. This is exhausted to the upside. You are going to get violence back down to the downside. You're not going long on this candle, traders. That's exhaustion. You are coming back. You also have 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles to the upside. You have to know the 3 to 5 candle rule, and you're going to learn all of that in the VIP as well. 3 to 5 same color candle rule. Okay? So right there in the last 10 minutes, I have taught you more than you've known your entire trading career. Too many of you are looking for this. Where's my cup and handle? Where's my cup and handle? Where is my head and shoulders? You're actually sitting there looking for these things. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay? Let's go over to AMD. AMD, what state are we in coming into tomorrow? What state are we in, beauties? What state are we in? Kurt, Ali, everything, the VIP, folks, is right here. If you want to learn how to trade properly and have that oh shit moment that everybody else has, you were going to head over to the VossTrading.com. All the information is there. The VossTrading.com, or click the link in my YouTube or TikTok bio. Okay? We are in a neutral state. Correct. Okay, so we open down here. Are we going short? Are we going short? Oh, sorry. Right here, ding, ding, ding. Are we beating on this drum for a short to the downside? Yes or no? Alex says, hell no. Why not? It's bleeding out. Why aren't we going short there, my beauties? It's bleeding out. Why are we not going short? We got to finish these roses. We got to hammer the goal. Why aren't we going short there? It's bleeding out, right? You say, you can look at that gap down. We're bleeding out. Why? Because, folks, listen to me, okay? I need you to listen up here. You are in a bullish neutral state. The state of your stock is the most important thing you can know when trading. You have to know the state of your stock. If you do not know that, you cannot do anything else. You can't move forward without guessing. You will be guessing right now, okay? We are in a bullish neutral state. Which way are you looking to go? You are looking to go this way at the open, okay? So we get this move to the downside. Now I'm going to give you a golden nugget here. Here's where we open, okay? We open down here. That's your first candle. This is your gap down. Now we're going to play this out. This is your gap down. Right there is your gap down. That's your first candle. What do we know? 248 is the golden goose. So you have two options here. With an event to the upside, you can take this play back to 248. Everyone with me right now? This is vital for your education. We gapped down already. The bell went off and we opened right here. Ding, 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 ding. You're not chasing that short. So you have two options. First option is you take the reversal back up to your 248 level. Does everyone got that? Your second option is you're going to see if you can hold 248 with an event. You are then going to take your short position. That is when you could beat on that drum to the downside for a short, right here. Okay? But we know if we can't hold this level, let me back this up and change that. We can't hold this level and we break it with confirmation. You have a break of structure play, and now you're taking this back up through the whip zone. Those are the only plays you have. The problem with a lot of traders is they're jumping on this thinking they're going down. You're not going down. You're pulling back first. And depending on how far you go up will depend upon this retracement level if you can break it or not. Does everybody understand this? Everyone on YouTube's like, holy shit. Yes, we are going to teach you how to trade properly, folks. You don't have to guess. I don't want you guessing. Okay? So most traders, what they do, and it's sad because we all did it. I did it too. We open down here. I got to get used to this box thing. But you guys like when I put the boxes of different colors up? Does this help like this so you can see candles? Does this help, my beauties? And we're going to review on the actual chart here in a second. Do you like this? Yes, much better. See, most traders, they see this. They see the gap down. They immediately think, it's crashing out. It's crashing out. And then they get the first candle at 9:30 and they jump on that, and then we come back this way. Those days will be over for you, folks. You're going to know how to trade now, okay? So coming in on AMD tomorrow, this is our whip zone. We know down here we're not going short. Now, if we open right here, and I got to give you these scenarios. This is vital, all right? If we open to the downside right here, ding, 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 are you taking that short? Who's taking this short out of this position? Right here. Who's taking that short to the downside? Show them where a break of structure is. You got to get in the VIP for that. Who's going short there? No, you're not going short there. Why? I know. Now, see, you answer no, but you could be guessing. You got a 50-50 right answer here, right? But why? Now in the VIP, I ask my traders, why aren't you going short there? Why not? Why aren't we going short there? I gave you the answer about 5 minutes ago. Why aren't we going short there, traders? Resistance. No. Why are we? All we know is the state of our stock. Forget everything else right now. This is the basics of trading. Why aren't we going short right there? The state is bullish. The state is bullish. We just went over this, beautifuls. Look. You have a bullish state. Why are you going against the state? Why would you go against the state of the stock? The state of the stock is bullish. You are opening in a bearish position. You are not going short there. Okay? Now, here's one for you. You ready? Ding, ding, ding. Are we going long there? Are we going long right there if we open there? Who can go long there? Everyone says yes. Look at these VIPers. Why are we going long there? Why can we go long there, but we can't go short this way? Why? Who knows why? Who knows why, my beautiful traders? Correct. You're in a bullish state. You're in a bullish position. Miss Market says, we're going up. You get in there. Get in there. All right? And then you got to know where your stop is properly. But that's the story for another day. That's another whole lesson. Okay? So that's AMD. Now, okay? Now, this was just based off state, everybody. Now we're going to put in our major support and resistance levels. So we're going to go up the higher time frames. Oh, we got an 8 right there. See it? Look at these. We got an 8 right there, my beauties. Okay? So as we come back, one of the reasons why you're not going short here, remember? Because you're going to trade right into support. Right into support. By the time you come down, look. Now we know our major support levels down here at 243. Does everybody see it? Are we going short here on the second candle? Are we taking that short? Ethan with the dinosaur! Ethan with the dinosaur! Can we take that second candle to the downside? Yes or no? Don't worry if you're wrong. We're not going to yell at you. Are we taking this candle short? Are we taking this candle short? Look, are we taking any of these short? No, you're in a bullish state. You can't go short there. So what you got to wait for is the move back up. Okay? Because look, traders, listen to me. As this is coming down, your 20 is starting to come down to make you narrow. It's getting you out of that bullish state. As you retrace back up, then you get your event. That is where you're going short. Look, beautifuls. This is where you're going short right here, because when you enter there, you will be in a narrow state. You are then going to proceed down to 243. Okay? Do we got it? Does everybody understand this? This is vital. Vital. We're helping so many people today. Vital in your education. Don't chase. Do not chase. You're always going to get the pullback, the retest. Why? Why do we always get the retest, everybody? Good job, H-Town. Look at all those people over there on the tubes learning. Why do we always retest? Does anybody know? Thank you, Lito and Joshua. Come on, folks. Finish off these roses right here. Liquidity. No. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Folks, why do we retest? Why do we always retest when it comes to trading? Liquidity sweeps. No. We got so much work to do to train you properly. Where are you learning this nonsense from? Confirmation. No. Why do we always retest? Look, folks, this is going to help you out. We get the move to the upside. Look. Boom. 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 Why are we going to retest? Why? Why do we get the pullback? Confirmation. No. No, guys. Yes. VIPer Trinity. Yes. Market cycle. You got to know the market cycle, traders. And that's why so many of you chase fear of missing out, because you don't know market cycle. You're chasing this. It's going to cycle out. The cycle runs in threes. 1, 2, 3, hut. 1, 2, 3, hut. 1, 2, 3, hut. 1, 2, 3, hut. It runs in cycles over and over in threes, in threes, in threes. We have a whole education course on the market cycle in the VIP. And when you watch that, everyone's like, oh my God. Oh my. And then I want you to compare what you learned in the VIP to how you used to trade. The one thing I want you all to do, new VIPers, because there are going to be a lot of you, all right? Once you come in and digest the education, real education, no alerts, no BS, real education. Once you come in and digest all that real education, I want you to take it to where all your entries were for the last 6 months. I want you to go through it. And you're going to go like this. No wonder I lost. No wonder I lost. No, right? VIPers, am I right? Put yes in the chat, VIP, if I'm right or wrong. Or no, if I'm totally wrong. You got to know this stuff, okay? Now, you want to do more? Do we want to do more, my beauties? Yes or no? Put yes or no in the chat. Should we keep going? Free education! Netflix. Well, before we do Netflix, let's go over to XRP. How's that? Let's go over to XRP to the moon. Okay? Here's your green candles. Green. Market cycle. Back. Red. Market cycle. Going in threes. 1, 2, 3, hut. 1, 2, 3, hut. Market cycle. You're not going to the moon. I just went over this. Here's XRP. Here's a live chart for you. You're not going to the moon. Market cycle. Whoop. And here's why. The red line is the heartbeat of the market. And I'm going to write this out for you. All roads, and finish the sentence. All roads lead back to what? Finish that sentence in the chat. All roads lead back to the 20. Doesn't matter what you trade. The instrument is irrelevant. Crypto, Forex, futures, it's irrelevant. Now I hear other streamers on here telling you that because they stole it from me. That's why. The instrument is irrelevant. They were charging you this for Forex, for this, for crypto. It doesn't matter. Price action is price action, people. Please don't get scammed. Please. Okay? All roads lead back. Now, let's go over to XRP. What state are we in? What state are we in on XRP? Neutral! If we get this move to the downside here, ready? Boot, boot, boot. Are you chasing this short? Are you going to, we're live right now. Are you going to chase that short to the downside? Yes, Robert. Market cycle is based off one time frame. Yes, you'll learn that in the VIP. No, we're not chasing that short. Why not? Why won't we chase that short? Who knows the answer to this? Who's going to get the biggest shout out of the day right here? Why aren't we chasing that short? It's bleeding out. Why not? Why not? Not retest. No. Why are we shorting there? No. You guys are close, though. Look at the state of your stock. For the love of God, know the state of your stock. You are in a bullish, neutral state. This has to come back down, my beauties. Look, has to come down, retest, then you could go for the short. This retest is going to put you in a narrow state. Okay? Do we got that? Good? Now let's map out our major support and resistance levels. Let's see what we got here. For those of you on XRP. Well, boy, major support right there. Yes. Oh, boy, there's another one. Let's see. All right. Now let's go back to the one. We know under 263.71 with a retest, we have room back down to 262. You see? You see? There's no guessing. Above 265.08, you have room up to 265.69. If we get above, look, here comes a good one for you. You ready? Up, up. Are we going long? Right there. Boom. Are we going long there? Film says no. Miss Terry says no. Who else? Oceanic Mart says no. No, we're not going long there. You're about to go long into resistance. What do we need? The retest. We need the retest, traders. The retest. Then you can go long. Market cycle. How many times have you guys done this? I'm just going to pick this one right here. There's your exhaustion bar. Remember we just talked about it? There's your exhaustion bar. Look, remember the exhaustion bar? There it is. There it is. Whammo! How many of you would have got in on that candle for long? It's exhaustion. Look at the position we're in. Look at the state we're in. Yes. What else are we struggling with in the market, my traders? What do you struggle with the most? And I'm going to close my eyes here. And I'm going to bet we're going to have patience. Big losers are way bigger than your winners. So how many of you right now, if I looked at your last 50 trades, last 50, those are your losers and those are your winners. Over and over again. Losers and winners. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over. How many of you have bigger losers than winners? Market reversal, risk management, entry and exit. Okay, so for you that said market reversals, E-Crowd, let me ask you something, my brother. Do you know how to trade an A+ setup yet? E-Crowd, do you know how to trade an A+ setup yet? Who knows here how to trade A+ setups? Put me in the chat if you know how to trade an A+ setup. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Lori. Simon, we got to finish off these roses. Let's go, Red, K. Braden, Shop Sunset, David Gibson, Lino. All right, if you don't know how to trade an A+ setup, you have no business trading reversals. How many setups do you need to master to be a consistent, profitable trader full-time? How many setups do you need to master? Anybody know? One. One of my mentors trades the same setup every single day. He's been doing it for over 30 years. The same setup every single day for 30 goddamn years. You know what that takes? Discipline and patience. Do you got discipline and patience? Do you know deep in your soul, can you become disciplined? Can you become patient to trade Miss Market? Can you? Can you, yes or no? Can you make yourself disciplined and patient to trade the market? If you can, then we want you, okay? Right here in the VIP, the VossTrading.com, or click the link in the bios. We're going to teach you how to trade, folks. In the end, you have to execute what we're teaching you. A lot of you still won't be able to do that, okay? But at least learn how to trade. It'll help with your long terms, too. Remember, this is not financial, investment, or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. And you must trade at your own risk. Thank you, everybody, for those roses, okay? Let me ask you all this question. This is important. How many of you in here, what is the average amount of time you're in a trade when you trade? What is the average amount of time you are in a trade when you trade? Two minutes, not going to cut it. Good, Jake. 1 minute, not going to cut it. 4 hours, 2 minutes, nope. Always sell too early. Yes, that, remember what we talked about. That is maximizing your profits. Remember, in the VIP, the first thing, what are we going to do in the VIP? What's the first thing we have to do in the VIP to make you a better trader? We have to teach you risk management. Right now, you have a leaky bucket. I need to help you clog that leaky bucket so you stop losing. Number two, and you're going to learn how to take entries properly. You are going to know where the high probability setups are. And number three is maximizing profits. So for those of you that say you get out too early, this one you will work on for the rest of your life. That's why I just brought this up, these three things. Okay? Maximizing your profit, you will be working on the rest of your life. If you have no risk management as a trader, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to win. You're never going to win in the market. You have to be a great loser to be a good winner. Everyone write that in the chat. Great loser to be a great winner. Okay? Now, how do you become a great loser? Well, becoming a great loser is going to take a lot. We got to work on that. Because we're not only talking about price action when it comes to losing in the market. What else does it take to be a great loser? Discipline and removing your ego. How many times have you gotten into a trade and you said, and it comes back and pulls back, I'm not getting out. It should go long there. I know what I'm doing. I'm not getting out. No, I'm holding on to this thing. It's going to come back. We got to remove that ego. Okay? You don't know what you're doing. I hate to tell you that, everybody. You have no clue what you're doing. Got it? You must be a great loser to be a great winner. So not only are we trying to help you with price action and teach you how to trade properly, we got to break through that ego. Okay? Very, very, very important. Here we go on XRP. Here it comes. Look. Whoa, baby. Are we shorting it? No. No. Okay? We are not shorting that. Got it? Your lessons last weekend helped me have revelations. Thank you very much. It was a good week learning. You got it, Warren. Good to see you, my brother. Check out the VIP as well. Are you guys ready for some more education? Are we ready? Give me one stock you want to go over. Simon says, yes, it is, Simon. Give me one stock. PLTR. Let's see what we got here. PLTR. Let me take a look. Look at this. Gap and nap, folks. Look, this is the gap and nap. Look, gap, nap. Whoop. Did anyone get caught in that? That's painful when you get caught in that. What do we got here? Daily still looks good on this. You're a little choppy. You're still close where you're 8 and 20. You still got room, but you got this daily pivot up here, 188, 190. Okay. So here we go. PLTR coming into tomorrow. What state are we in? You're going to love this one. Make sure you share this live right now. You guys are going to love this one. What state are we in? What state are we in? Narrow. So what do we know? We know the state. We are narrow, right? That much we know. Got it? We're narrow. I mean, that's good. Here's our whip zone. Yes, we got to put the whip zones in. Narrow state, that is our whip zone. Now, we're going to take this a little further, okay? We are now going to put in our major support and resistance. Now, wait till you see this. Empty. Okay. Now, here we go. We're going to go to the 1 right here. Got it? Everyone following? This is our whip zone right here. I'm going to mark this out whip. That's the whip zone. Everyone following so far? Above the white lines above and below is our major support and resistance levels. Okay? At the open, ding, 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 we get this candle. Are we going long? Right there. Actually, let me take you on the 2, because at the open, we will be on the 2. Here we go at the open. Are we ready, my traders? There it goes. Are we going for a long there? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Angela, thank you so much, sweetheart. Shop, thank you. Simon says, finish those roses, everybody. Finish those roses. Yes, you can go long there. But what about the retest, Voss? You're in a narrow state. Get in there. You're in a narrow state. That is the state of Boomtown. Okay? You are in that narrow state. How much room to the upside do you have on this? How much room to the upside do you have on this? Anybody know? Narrow state, position 1. How far can you take that move? Come on, guys. You got to know this. It's staring right at you. It's staring right at you. Look. You have room up to 186 right here. So when you get the pullback right here, are you going, oh my God, I got to get out. Oh my God. No, I got to get out. It's pulling back. No, you're in a narrow state. Okay, that's just the market cycle. Boom. Right there, you're taking them profits. Right at 186. 186. Okay? Now, that's your move to the upside. What do we have to know next? What do we have to know next? Here's our move. This is our market cycle. What's the next play here? Let's say you miss this. Let's say you missed the pullback. Let's say you missed the re-entry. You missed the whole entire market cycle. What is your next play? Resistance for a break of structure. Todd, bingo. See the difference between a VIP trader and a trader that has no clue what they're doing? You see the difference? This is your move up. Boom. That is your 50% level. You have a break, you have a cycle out reversal that you can take, okay, down to the 50 if you have enough room. But what you're really looking for, traders, look, that's your move down. That's your move down. This is the cycle out reversal is a very advanced trade. You come under that 50. You wait for the retest of that 50. And then you got your break of structure down to where? Where are we taking this break of structure play down to? Where is that? Where are we getting out? Where's our major support level? Anybody know? Yo, yeah! Now we're learning. Let's go, babies. You got it down to 184.50. All right, 184.50, 184 level. Because that's where our whip zone level is. That's where our whip zone level is. Okay? You got to know these things, folks. You got to know this, man. How many of you in here knew any of this? If you didn't know before I came across your FY, you know what? Did you know anything about this? Put yes or no. Roy, thank you, my Roy. Good to see you, brother. And that's PLTR, okay? And we're going to go over this tomorrow morning again, so don't worry. What is this bar called up here? Exhaustion bar again. Look, ready? Different stock. Whammo! Oh, but this takes time, folks. This takes time. All right, here we go. You ready? You ain't learning this anywhere else. What do these numbers mean to you? What do those numbers mean to you? That's all right, James. You can be here for the tunes, my brother. No problem. Just make sure we're tippity tapping. We're only at 48,000 likes. All this education, and we are at 48,000 likes? Are you shitting me? Everything we teach you, Prime Cells, works with anything day trading, swing trading, long term. We're just going to up your charts, okay? You're going to trade on higher time frames. That's all. You must be profitable in a simulator for 6 straight months. Minimum 350 trades before you could ever think about putting real money on the line. I'm just going to stop you right here and save you money. Okay? If you can't complete that, you have no business trading the live market with your real money. You're not going to win. You're going to lose. You're going to keep. What are you going to keep doing? What are you going to keep doing? Depositing. You don't want to be a depositor. Okay? You want to be a withdrawer. So you don't want to keep depositing into the market. Until you can complete that, do not put your own money on the line. All right? Let's get those taps up, folks. Come on. Let's go. Taking notes. You're a depositor at the moment. That's fine. Everybody is in the beginning. Everybody is in the beginning because no one knows what they're doing. That's the problem. Nobody knows what they're doing. They think they're going to come in here, throw some money around, and be rich. We've all thought that, right? We've all thought that. All right, here comes your retest. Here comes your retest. Oh, get ready. Get ready for your retest. Get ready. Get ready. Told you. Yep, we all have deposited before. We all were depositors. We've all been through the craziness, okay? But you got to learn how to trade in a simulator. Everyone's in simulators. Let's go. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. We're on every day for the last 2 years for you. And remember, folks, the VIP is open if you really want to up your trading and you really love this. Like if this is something you want to do like for a career, you're going to get into the VIP. We are a real education community. No, none of this BS nonsense with alerts and all this other thing. We're not going to charge you now and then create more VIP products and ask you to pay for more. This is it. $50 a month. You're in or out. That's it. Okay? You're going to head over to the VossTrading.com. You can click the link in my bio or just type that into the browser. Voss saved me a fortune. Yep. You gotta, folks. You gotta. If you're going to learn anything, look, this is a little dramatic, but it's the truth. If you were going in, God forbid, for surgery, do you want the person who didn't practice for a while and prove they could do surgery on you? Or do you want the guy who's been a surgeon for a while? Yes, doctor, yes. How long have you been doing surgery? Oh, this is you're my first one. What do you mean? Oh, you're my first surgery. I'm your first surgery? Get me the hell out of here! MSTR, let's do it. Get me out of here! MSTR, let's take a look. So MSTR tomorrow, we know we are in a neutral state. All right, we're going to go over this one too, folks. I'm here for you, don't worry. We are in a neutral state on MSTR. If we open tomorrow in the whip zone on MSTR, okay? If we open in the whip zone right here. Hate when this does this. 1, 2, 3. Are we going long here or here? Are we going long there, traders? Why not? Why aren't we going long there? Mr. Dave, yes it is. We got to hammer one more set of roses. Why aren't we going long there, traders? Tell me why. Really tell me why. Come on, you guys can do this. We never trade in the whip zone for the first 15 minutes of the day, ever. Ever. That's why it's called the whip zone. What do you think happens in the whip zone? Why is it named the whip zone? Does anybody know why? Why do we call it the whip zone? We never trade in that whip zone. And you're not going long here. You need the retest, remember? Retest, and then you could take that long. Because it's whippy in the whip zone. That's when you get a move to the upside. You get these wicks all over the place, okay? We never trade inside the whip zone. It's whippy. Okay? What market is this? This is the frozen food section. We were in produce before, but now we're in the frozen food section. All right? So this is MSTR. If we open tomorrow here, are we going short? Are we going short? Why not? Why not? Why are we going short there, my beauties? Because you're in a bullish state. All right? AVGO. Let's take a look. Hammer those roses. That's the last one. AVGO, we are in a narrow state on AVGO. Okay. You're still pretty tight here. You can still get one more run up, and then we're going to be pulling back on this on the daily, okay? So we are in a narrow state on AVGO. And we're going to go over this tomorrow as well. So as we put these levels in on AVGO, we know those are our support levels, my beauties. All right. So on AVGO, we are in a narrow state. If we open right here, here's a trick question for you. Can you go short at the open on AVGO? Can we go short there? And let me pull this back. Or can we go long there? Can we go long there at the open and short there at the open if they open in those two positions? Yes or no? Yep, you're in a narrow state. Remember, you aren't trying to predict which way you're going. That's what an amateur does. Miss Market is going to tell you which way you're going. So if Miss Market gives you an event to the downside in a narrow state, you're going down to 351. Under 351 with a retest, you're coming back down to 347. Okay? If she says we're going long, you got long up to 358.50. Above it with a retest, you have room up to 363. Miss Market is dictating where we're going. You are just obeying it. You need to know your state, your position, and your events. That is your job as a trader. Look for the setups. The trade will come to you. Won't you see the setup forming? What are we going to do? Okay? This is very important, guys. You got to learn how to trade. And to learn all of this takes time. It's going to take you time to learn in the simulator. You got to rack up tons of losses before you get good at this. Okay, traders? You got to rack up a lot of losses, and you're going to do it in the sim. You are not going to do it with your hard-earned money. Do you want to rack up and learn with your hard-earned money? You know how much money you're going to go through? Okay? Do you realize that? Here's a perfect example, and I need you guys to watch this, okay? What state are we in here? What state are we in? Nope. What state are we in? Damn, the way you explain it makes sense. Thank you, Zero. Not many mutants in the YouTubes today. A lot of people who are looking to learn. I love it. I love it. Because you're having your oh shit moment right now. You are in a bearish neutral state. This is a bearish neutral state. You gap up in a bullish position. Are you taking that long? No! You are bearish. The state is bearish. Whammo! To the downside. Now your state is narrow. Then you can take your long. You got to know the state of your stock. It is a bearish. You gap up bullish. You're not going long. You're coming back because of the state first. For the love of God, learn how to trade. All right, we're going to see you all in the VIP. Let's do roll call. JDM, Lino Rocha, Bill Boyle, K. Braden, Mr. Dave. JDM, today's live was like old school, right? Tyler, Simon says, I found the brick. Marcus, Mr. P. Thank you so much. David Gibson, Lino Rocha, Joshua, look at all these new people. Holy moly. Look at all these new people. Andrew the Believer, Zen, Christina, Candy, Shop Sunset, Hammer. Thank you all so much. Look at all of this. Look at these beautiful people. 84 Cherry, Salia, yes, David Gibson, Red, Hibiscus, Laurie Smith, Kurt. Look at all these people. There's too many of them. Joshua, Kites, David, Ethan. Yes, it is. Thank you, everybody. Marcus, for all the donations. Thank you so much today. I really appreciate it. Today, I wanted to come on and really hammer education with you, okay? You're going to learn all of this and much more in that VIP. Start learning how to trade, folks, because once you start learning and you start having more success, you're going to say to yourself, man, does this feel good. Man, does this feel good. We need 2 more followers for 100. We're almost at 70,000 followers. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. Thank you so much, Official KK. We are here to help you guys. That's all. Okay? We are here to help you. Zach Spider with the bouquet. Yes, it is. Zach Spider. Is the 2-minute candle? No. Terry, the 2-minute time frame is only for the first 15 minutes of the day. But you're always going to have it up as one of your charts because you got to know the state of your stock. And you'll learn how to trade on multiple time frames in the VIP. I love you all so much. All my beautiful followers, traders, and new viewers, have an amazing Sunday. Go give somebody a hug today. Be a good person and make the world a better place. Always help. We'll see you tomorrow morning, everybody. Love you. Have a great day.